tonight. So these are the areas that are really getting hit with it now. It's moving through quite quickly, right, Mark?
It is, Mary.
Talked about how fast it was moving.
So they've tacked on 15 minutes now, extending it to 11:30 for our southern areas. But we can kind of start checking off the boxes, the places that have gotten the storms and now they're recovering because the severe threat is over. And that's like Georgia and inland North Florida. So that's good news for some folks. But for others, like in Putnam County, St. Johns County, and into Clay County, you're still under the threat because this line of severe weather continues to work through Duval County as we speak right now, and it's really beginning to hammer in on St. Johns County. So our southern communities, as we've been saying here throughout the evening, after 10 o'clock, the emphasis will be shifting southward, and then by midnight, everyone will be in the clear. But for now, we still have another hour of rough weather in our southern zones. But first, let's show you the areas where you can breathe a little bit better and know that the severe weather event is over in Kingsland, Woodbine, Folkestone, Callahan. Yes, it's still raining. It's coming down steady. Even for that matter, around the Sea Isles area, things have improved as well. And around Fernandina Beach, the rain is still very heavy. There's a lot of lightning taking place here. You can see there's 23 strikes in that area. Not safe to be outdoors at all, and you wouldn't want to go out there with the type of rain that's coming down. So in Green Cove Springs, you can see that you're right here, and then there's Julington Creek. You've just experienced the worst of the storm, so the rain is still quite steady, but it's shifting away. And those of you in Nocatee, you could see some high winds, but probably not the type of intensity that we saw just a little bit further back towards the Middleburg area. The storm has calmed down just slightly, right? It's still a severe thunderstorm, but further down towards Palatka, this is where the storm has a bit more vigor. And you can see how the computer models have highlighted that with these algorithms indicating that there's a little more ferocity with those winds around Palatka. So for those of you in Putnam County, watch for this storm as it works your way and then impacts Palm Coast here as we head towards 11:20. That storm could be racing off towards Flagler County into St. Augustine. You're going to see the rain really start to ramp up here as we approach the top of the hour in a few minutes thereafter. So onto the island and Anastasia at 11:08, and then into Crescent Beach and the St. Augustine Beach area a couple minutes later beyond that. When you take a look at the winds, that's been the real factor here with these thunderstorms. Not too much in the way of rotational winds, but the straight line winds have been very damaging. And so as this squall line comes racing through, we could see some very high velocities coming through. Here's one spot in northern Clay County, which is like 50-mile-per-hour winds off the ground. And some of these really bright spots into the Flagler County areas are still elevated. So that's why there's the severe thunderstorm warning now until 11:30 for these areas. So this is the hour-by-hour forecast. The models have done a very good job taking the rain off the coast here at midnight, and then that's it. We can say we've been through this impressive squall, and then comes the cooler weather for tomorrow. The winds will be up, so you probably won't have a lot of wet spots on the roadways as they will quickly evaporate. But with the cooler air moving in, combining with winds at 20 miles per hour, it's going to feel like 48 tomorrow when you factor in the wind chills, some low 40s across southern Georgia. So there'll definitely be a nip in the air, and a few clouds will quickly be scoured out first thing in the morning. Watch how the temperatures go from 58 down to around 55 and possibly even down to about 52 at sunrise. So that's some cool weather for us with that westerly wind making it feel even chillier. And then during the afternoon, highs warm to about 60. So what a difference, right? Today, quite windy. We were getting winds even before the storm started, 40 miles an hour. And that pushed temperatures up to 85 degrees. That tied a record for the warmest on this date. And so we dealt with record heat. Tomorrow, we're going to get back to seasonal levels with temperatures in the 60s. So no rain in the forecast tomorrow. Wind a different direction out of the west at around 20, and the sunshine comes back, and guess what? It sticks around through the weekend. Both Saturday and Sunday, lovely conditions. You'll want the jacket Saturday morning. It's going to be downright chilly in the 30s, but for runners, the Donna Marathon, thankfully, the winds will back off. The temperatures stay fairly cool for runners. That's your downtown temp at 45. Beaches will be in the lower to mid 50s for the start of the gun. Then taking you through next week, we'll see a warm-up. Temperatures start to rebound. Some 80s could be back by later in the week. But but the rain, nothing like what we've seen here tonight. So still some severe weather out there. I will be back in about another 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll take a look again at St. Johns County, which is experiencing the worst of this squall over the next half hour.
All right, thanks, Mark. We want to take you back.